Hey guys, it's your girl Carter back with another video, and today's topic will be triggers and miscarriages. Now guys, or ladies, this video is going to be talking about very sensitive subjects, triggers, trigger points, and also how should I say, experiences with miscarriages. All people will be kept anonymous as we discuss certain triggers and also certain miscarriages experiences. So if you are interested in this video, definitely stay tuned. And if you are new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay in the know of what we're talking about, what's going on with our TTC channel, any type of things that we're doing, vlog style, or just get ready with me, different subjects. Then you definitely want to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and also like and comment, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into this video. All right guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and start talking about these triggers. Now these triggers are TTC related, so trying to conceive related. So that means like different triggers. Okay, so let's start with, I'll go first and then you guys comment down below what one of your triggers are. So for me, a trigger is I have several, but I'm getting better at it. And before I talk about triggers, you guys or ladies, I want to let you know firstly that triggers is something personal, and those are your feelings, and your feelings are 100% valid. Long as you are not trying to tear anyone down, harm anyone, hurt anyone by your feelings. Your feelings are valid, and triggers are triggers. There's something that pretty much sets you off or make you feel a certain way. So your triggers are your triggers, just to be exact, and just to keep it plain and simple. So never feel bad for what your triggers are, and never feel bad for explaining to someone what your triggers are, and how they make you feel, especially friends and family, because you definitely don't want to feel uncomfortable if you can help it, but you definitely want that person to, I don't know really how to explain it, but just be kind when you explain your triggers so that the other person can be open and respectful, and want to learn more on how to respect your boundaries, your triggers, and how to help you through those triggers. Okay, now with that being said, one of my huge triggers is like, since Nick and I are in our wait time, so we're in the waiting period, waiting for God to bless us with our child. If you're new here, we have been trying for 5 years. 5 years ago, we lost our child. We had an ectopic pregnancy at 8 weeks. So we've been trying ever since then. We have done 2 IUIs and just time intercourse after that. So one of my triggers is, someone else that's close to me, or family or friends, telling me that they're pregnant or expecting, but sometimes it's not that they are expecting, it's how they tell me, by either a text message like, girl, I'm pregnant, or send me a pregnancy test. Now with me, myself, Carter, one thing, do not send me a pregnancy test, okay? That is a trigger for me. For someone that looks at pregnancy tests month after month after month, and you're seeing negatives, it's a trigger to see someone else's positive. You know what I'm saying? So kindly ask that person, hey, is it okay if I show you something? Or hey, I know how you feel. I know that you've been trying. I want to share something with you. Is that okay? So just blurting things out, especially if you know how I feel, just simply say, hey Carter, I have some news I want to share with you. Most of the time I'm gonna be like, you pregnant? And sometimes it's easier that way, but do not send me a pregnancy test and do not blurt it out. But in no way, shape, form, or fashion, I want to put this disclaimer out here. Just because I have triggers does not mean that I cannot be happy for you. Okay? I will still be happy for you, but I also have to protect my heart and my feelings as well. So, in my last video, I kind of explained more deeply what I meant by that, but that is one of my triggers. So the next trigger for me is just baby pictures sometimes. Babies, triggers just seeing happy babies and, you know, with their moms, or families laying in the bed, or moms, you know, taking their pictures or doing their baby bump pictures. Sometimes that's a trigger for me. Now, that's not a bad trigger because I love to see it. And most of the time I watch it or I look at it and I like it. And when I had enough, or when I start getting in my feelings, I know, okay, I can't look at that anymore. So those are some triggers. Those are some soft triggers for me, and I manage those very well. I used to watch a lot of birthing videos, and once it started to get too much, I had to stop, because I'm like, watching them bring life, you know, into the world, and watching them bring life into the world, and, you know, with their husbands or their partner beside them, and I'm just like, when is it gonna be me, God? When am I gonna be in that water tub pushing to get my baby to come out, and Nick on the side cheering me on? When is that gonna happen for us? So those are some triggers for me. So one thing of advice is know your triggers. Know what they are, acknowledge them, and then share them. So know them when you feel a certain way, when something happens, that's a trigger for you. To acknowledge that this is a trigger for me. I know how I feel when this happens. How do I deal with this? And then third, share it. So if someone tells you, I've had this situation before, a couple times when, you know, I was made known about a pregnancy that really triggered me hard. Like, I cried all the way to work one day, and it was so innocent, and that person did not try to hurt me by any way. I really honestly know that she would never try to hurt me intentionally, but it just did something to me. And as much as I wanted to just cry and stay to myself, I had to share it, because if you don't tell that person, how are they gonna know later? How would they know? Y'all know that Instagram, that TikTok. But anyways, on a serious note, like, how would they know if you don't tell them? So definitely acknowledge those things, share those things, and then figure out a game plan on how to deal with them. If that means taking some time to yourself, do it, because you gotta take care of you. If that means not watching YouTube channels or Instagram channels that, you know, show childbirth, you gotta take a break from it. Do whatever is gonna put your heart and your mind at ease. You have to take care of yourself, and it's not good for our mental. It's just not good for our mental at all. So definitely, ladies or men, take some time to go over that and know what your triggers are, and share that with your partners as well, because sometimes they can trigger you, like, hey babe, I just found out that DJ, you know, and his wife is expecting. I'm so happy for them, and man, you know, it didn't take them no time. I'm just so excited. I can't wait till the baby. And then meanwhile, while your partner is so excited, your wife is triggered because she's been trying to give you a child, and it's just not happening. And she's looking at it like, damn, you're so happy, you know, I want to make you happy. I want to make you that happy one day. Just like, you know, you're happy for your friends that are finally becoming parents. So take all of that into account and figure out how to deal with your triggers. And it's not easy. And give yourself grace. I always say, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace because it's not easy. And it can take people years and years and years to try to, you know, make themselves feel better or feel better with the situation. Especially when there's things that you've been trying for that, you know, someone else is blessed with. And I always say it's not envy, it's not jealousy either. And I really don't know how to explain it. It's none of those things. It's just pure feelings, and we can't help how we feel. We cannot help. As much as you try to, you know, lie to yourself, oh girl, it's okay, you'll be okay, it'll, you know, no, acknowledge your feelings that are valid. They are valid. They are valid, sis. They are valid, bro. And your feelings matter. All right, guys, now that we have gotten that topic out of the way, I'm going to talk about a trigger that completely rocked my world these last few months. So we recently experienced loss. And when I say experience loss, it was through someone close to us. Someone that we love. I'm just gonna give them different names. So let's say, shoot. I don't want to expose anyone's name. I don't know, y'all. Y'all know I don't want to use my shady names. But let's just say her name is, let's just say Michelle. I'll just use my name. So Michelle, oh hell no, I ain't using my name because I don't want to put that in the atmosphere for me again. Let's just say Kelly, someone that we're really close to. Kelly found out that she was pregnant, and Kelly already has children and was not expecting to have any more children. And she went to the doctor because she was really hurting in her pelvic area where the fallopian tubes are. Now, I will say this, most women do not know fallopian tube pain. So when you recognize that, ooh, you really need to have somebody look at it, a professional or someone. Ooh, excuse me, guys. So pretty much she ended up going to the ER about the pain, and you know, they told her, oh, you're pregnant, and the baby looks to be in a uterus, and we don't really know why you're, you know, having those pains, so we're going to send you to see a OBGYN. And so she pretty much ended up, she went to the OBGYN, and she pretty much found out that she was having an ectopic pregnancy. And when we found out that she was having an ectopic pregnancy, it just crushed me and Nick. Crushed us so bad. It triggered us, and it just put us back to replay what happened in April 2016 for us. So, you know, yeah, 2016. So, excuse me guys, it's kind of late. But it triggered us so bad because I'm like, oh my God, like, you're having an ectopic pregnancy. That can't be good. Is your tubes okay? Like, what's going to happen? And to make matters worse, she had the Kyleena she had that. So I guess the little birth control that goes to block the fallopian tube so no sperm can go through. And that's pretty much what caused it. And so they were saying that they would need to take that out. And if they took that out, there's a possibility that she could keep the pregnancy or she could lose the pregnancy. But it's like, it's in her tubes. But they took the, I guess you call it the marina out. And they found that she was bleeding in her abdomen. And that just scared the living daylights out of me. So she had to have emergency surgery. And the emergency surgery, it was just scary. Can you imagine going to the doctor to, first you knowing that you're pregnant, then you find out you have an ectopic pregnancy, and then on top of that, they're like, oh wait, you're bleeding in your abdomen. We gotta, do emergency surgery. They didn't take her tube out, but they did cut the pregnancy out. And just the pain and agony of seeing someone who just found out they're pregnant and is already in love with this child that's growing in your tubes. You don't even get a chance to just take it all in. Everything's going so fast. And so, y'all, when I tell you it was literally breathtaking and just scary, like, I just wanted her to be able to just get the methotrexate to end the pregnancy, so everything will be okay. And it's just not how it went for her. If you don't know what ectopic pregnancy is, it is a tubal pregnancy. It's where the child or the embryo is growing in your fallopian tube. Your fallopian tubes is so small, probably like a little bit bigger than a spaghetti noodle. It can't survive, and it can kill you. It can literally kill you. And so the doctors have to make that choice for you and just say, you know what? We have to end this pregnancy. We got to go and do this. We got to go. And it's just hard for you to catch up. It's so hard for you to catch up. And to see someone suffer through this was triggering for me. And I just wanted to do all that I could to help her, to be there for her, to coach her through it. But you can't. You can't. People have to go through it their own way. They have to acknowledge, and then they grieve, and their grief comes in waves. And I mean huge waves that knock you down when you think you finally got up and you got your balance. It knocks you down. And I don't think that it is enough awareness out there about ectopic pregnancy. Most people don't know what an ectopic pregnancy is until it's happening to them. And that's a scary thing. So definitely do your research on ectopic pregnancies. The reasons why. Sometimes, well, I know they have said like people have ectopic pregnancies that they have untreated STDs or had them, like chlamydia, gonorrhea. I don't know what other ones. Or if you had PID, the pelvic inflammatory disease, all those things. And it's like, how do I know? I don't even know how that happened to me, but I honestly feel like I did have a urinary tract infection that I tried to treat myself naturally, just taking natural things instead of taking the antibiotics, and it got bad, and the infection started to get into my back, and it was just downhill from there. I was taking all kind of narcotics for pain and taking the antibiotics, and I think I dealt with that for a couple months, maybe 2 to 3 months, And then that 4th month is when I got pregnant. And just as soon as I found out that I was pregnant, it was ending. I think I got like that Thursday and that Friday, I was in disbelief. Like, I was happy, but I was in disbelief. And then by that Saturday, I told some of our friends. And that Sunday, I was bleeding and in the hospital. And by Tuesday, I was getting the methotrexate shot to end the pregnancy. That's how fast it goes. For some, faster than that. So educate yourselves and do your research and learn your triggers. And if you are on the outside looking in, have grace with your friends or whomever is going through it, whoever is trying to conceive, while you or someone else goes on to be pregnant and be happy. But still know that, sorry guys, but just know that just because they're not jumping up and down, hooraying, and just sometimes it's a struggle for them, but it doesn't mean that they're not happy for you. Give them grace, give them time to process and to get themselves together, and then allow them to be there for you. And everybody can be happy. Everybody can be happy. There is a saying in the TTC world, I'm happy for you, but I'm sad for me. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. And sometimes it's hard to be ecstatic for someone else and know, like, damn, I'm trying to get where you at. It's really hard to explain, but guys, just take heed to what I'm saying. This can save a lot of friendships. This can save a lot of relationships. It can really be helpful. And just be supportive for people. Be supportive for people. And I honestly don't know exactly what helps people that have went through miscarriages or pregnancy loss or ectopic pregnancies, but just give them time. Let them know that you're there for them, you love them, and whenever they're ready to talk, you're an open ear. Just be there. Sometimes you don't have to do much, but just, hey, I'm here for you. I'm ready to listen whenever you're ready to talk. And sometimes it's just listen. Just listen. I really feel like spreading awareness for ectopic pregnancies can save lives. It can save lives. Like, literally, ectopic pregnancy can kill you. And that's just a shameful death. I wouldn't want to die from that. But it's a lot, you guys. And so I hope that me sharing my story with someone that's close to me, and how scary and traumatic it was, not to take the attention off of her or take anything away from her, but it's a trigger, and you just want to do whatever you can to be there for them, because it's like deja vu, like you're going over it all over again in the midst of it happening to someone else. It's just called having empathy or sympathy for someone. And I think that we could really work on having more of that for people in the trying to conceive community. But if you guys feel comfortable, you feel free. Comment down below, share your triggers with me and everyone, or if you want to remain anonymous, send me a message on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down below. But this is something that's very important, and we need more awareness of it. Anyway, guys, hopefully our next video will be a lot more happier and uplifting and fun. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and until the next video, bye guys.